Is Africa on the brink of an energy revolution, and do global powers hold the key to this transformation? The African continent, where nearly 1.5 billion people are still in the dark, is the fastest growing energy market in the world. It's a vast, untapped potential, a canvas waiting to be painted by the brushstrokes of innovation and technology. But the narrative of Africa's energy future is not just a story of technological progress, it's also a tale of geopolitical strategy. As we speak, global powers are engaged in a silent, high-stakes game. The players? Nations like Russia and China, each vying for a strategic foothold in Africa's burgeoning energy market. Amidst this escalating competition, Russia emerges as a key player, wielding a potential solution to Africa's energy needs in their hands. Enter the El Dabar nuclear power plant project, a grand plan conceived in the corridors of Moscow and Cairo. This isn't just a power plant, it's a blueprint, a template, a potential game changer for Africa's energy crisis. Russia, in cooperation with Egypt, is investing heavily in this venture. The numbers are staggering. A low-interest loan of $25 billion is being poured into this $30 billion project. And what's the timeline? The construction is set to be completed by 2028 to 2029. But this isn't just about building a power plant. Russia's approach is integrated, systemic. It's about creating an ecosystem of energy, about lighting up the African continent one power plant at a time. Rosatom, Russia's state nuclear energy corporation, has already inked bilateral agreements with nearly 20 African countries. Yet, as promising as it sounds, this move has ruffled a few feathers. Western think tanks and elites are watching closely, their eyes narrowed in concern as Russia's dominance in the nuclear energy sector in Africa becomes increasingly apparent. As Africa stands on the precipice of change, the question remains, can international cooperation and technological innovation truly light up the continent? In the heart of Egypt, a nuclear beacon rises, promising to bring light where there was darkness, the El Dabar nuclear power plant. This project, a joint venture with Russia, stands as a testament to the potential of international cooperation in addressing the pressing energy needs of our times. Behind this endeavor is the Russian Federation, providing financial support in the form of a $25 billion low-interest loan. This substantial investment, making up a significant portion of the $30 billion project, illustrates Russia's commitment to Africa's energy future. The El Dabar project is not just a power plant, it's a statement of intent, a signal of Russia's determination to play a vital role in shaping the energy landscape of the continent. At the forefront of this initiative is Rosatom, Russia's state nuclear energy corporation. With its extensive experience and technical prowess, Rosatom is leading the construction efforts, aiming to complete the El Dabar nuclear power plant by the end of the 2020s. Rosatom's involvement extends beyond just building. They are responsible for ensuring the safe and efficient operation of the plant, a task they are well equipped to handle given their track record in nuclear energy. This project represents an integrated and systemic approach to energy challenges. By providing both the financial resources and the technical expertise, Russia is positioning itself as a reliable partner for Africa in its quest for energy security. The El Dabar project is a template, a model that could be replicated across the continent, turning the tide in the fight against energy poverty. If successful, the El Dabar project could not only solve South Africa's power crisis, but also catalyze economic and social growth across the continent. It's a silver bullet, a solution that could transform the lives of millions, bringing light, warmth and opportunity to places that need it most. But as with any silver bullet, it comes with its own set of challenges and risks. As we move forward, it will be crucial to ensure that this beacon of hope does not become a source of conflict, but a catalyst for cooperation and progress. But is the El Dabar project merely a symbol of benevolence, or does it represent a strategic play in global energy diplomacy? The answer lies in the details of Russia's systemic approach to Africa's energy crisis. By focusing not only on the construction of the El Dabar nuclear power plant, but also on the provision of low-interest loans and the forging of bilateral agreements with numerous African countries, Russia is creating a comprehensive and integrated solution. This is not a mere patchwork of initiatives, but a strategic blueprint designed to solidify Russia's position in the rapidly expanding African energy market. Rosatom, Russia's state nuclear energy corporation, is leading the charge. With bilateral agreements in place with nearly 20 African countries, Rosatom is positioning Russia as a key player, a reliable partner, and a powerful influence in the sector. This integrated approach gives Russia a competitive advantage. While other nations scramble to secure their own piece of the African energy pie, Russia is already at the table, serving up a solution that promises to alleviate power shortages and stimulate economic growth. Yet, this is not merely a story of economic opportunity. It's also a tale of strategic positioning. With every agreement signed and every power plant built, Russia gains a stronger foothold in Africa. And with each successful project, they secure another ally in the global energy diplomacy game. But this game is not without its spectators. As Russia cements its dominance in Africa's nuclear energy sector, the West watches with a wary eye. Concerns are being voiced by Western think tanks and elites about the implications of Russia's growing influence. Russia's growing dominance in Africa's nuclear energy sector has raised eyebrows in the West, sparking a debate about the future of global energy politics. As we move forward, it's clear that the energy landscape is not only changing, it's becoming a strategic battleground. A battleground where power plants are not just buildings, but pawns in a much larger game. As the tides of energy shift in Africa, the question arises, is a multipolar contribution the key to a sustainable future? In the playbook of global power dynamics, Africa is the stage where energy strategies are being tested and rewritten. The El Dabar project, a collaboration between Russia and Egypt, is one such example, setting the stage for a new era of international cooperation and technological application. But this isn't just about Russia's strategic move. It's about how the world can come together to address the energy needs of a continent where nearly 1.5 billion people still lack access to electricity. It's about finding the right balance in a multipolar world where different nations bring their unique strengths to the table. This balance is critical. As the world's fastest growing energy market, Africa is a strategic prize that many nations are vying for. But the stakes are higher than just economic gain. It's about social growth, economic development, and most importantly, sustainability. So, what does a balanced multipolar contribution look like? It looks like a blend of different technologies, strategies, and resources. It's about harnessing the potential of nuclear energy, as Russia is doing, but also exploring other sustainable energy sources. It's about not just providing funding, but also sharing knowledge, technology, and expertise. In an ideal world, this multipolar contribution would be a symphony of collaborative efforts, where each nation plays its part in harmony with the others. But achieving this balance is a complex task, fraught with challenges and geopolitical implications. Yet, it is a task we must undertake. The need for sustainable energy solutions in Africa is urgent, and the potential benefits are enormous. Economic growth, social development, environmental sustainability. These are the rewards that await us if we can navigate this delicate balance. The future of Africa, and indeed the world, hinges on our ability to collaborate and innovate. The El Dabar project could be the first of many steps in this direction. As we delve into the intricacies of global energy politics, a few key points come to the fore. Firstly, Africa's energy crisis is a pressing issue that requires urgent attention. With close to 1.5 billion people lacking access to electricity, the continent is a burgeoning energy market that is attracting international interest. Secondly, global powers like Russia and China are competing for strategic and economic positions in Africa. Russia, in particular, is making significant strides in this race. Through the El Dabar nuclear power plant, a project in partnership with Egypt, Russia is showcasing its integrated and systemic approach to solving Africa's energy needs. This $30 billion project, funded substantially by a $25 billion low-interest loan from Russia, is expected to be completed by 2028 to 2029. If successful, It could pave the way for similar projects across the continent, thereby alleviating the energy crisis and spurring economic and social growth. Thirdly, Russia's state nuclear energy corporation Rosatom is extending its influence across Africa. With bilateral agreements with nearly 20 African countries, Russia's dominance in the nuclear energy sector is a cause for concern among Western think tanks and elites. Finally, the future of energy in Africa, and indeed the world, hinges on multipolar contributions, cooperation, and the application of appropriate technologies and strategies. As various nations vie for influence in Africa, it is crucial that the continent's interests and the welfare of its people remain at the forefront of these strategic plays. The future of energy in Africa is a complex tapestry of politics, economics, and technology. As global powers vie for influence, the continent stands on the brink of a revolution.